Daniel had walked this trail countless times. The woods behind his cabin were familiar, predictable, even peaceful. But today something felt off. The air was heavier, quieter, deeper into the trees. Past where the path curved and disappeared, he saw something that didn't belong. It was a room, not a cabin, not a shelter. A fully furnished bedroom, 4 solid walls, no ceiling, just standing there in the middle of the forest like it had dropped from the sky. The wallpaper was old-fashioned. The bed was neatly made with white sheets and a folded blanket. A small lamp sat glowing on the nightstand, humming softly even though there were no power lines for miles. Daniel stepped inside. The air felt wrong, too still. The wooden floor creaked beneath him. His eyes drifted to the pillow and froze. Resting there was a photo. It was of him, unmistakably, sleeping in his own bed. Last night's clothes, same position, same lighting. But he lived alone, and his doors had been locked. His breath caught. He turned around, heart pounding. One of the walls now had a door. It hadn't been there when he walked in. The knob turned on its own. The door creaked open, revealing a narrow, dark hallway stretching into nothing. Daniel stood frozen at the threshold of the hallway. The forest air behind him felt miles away now. Against every instinct, he stepped through the open door. The hallway was too long. The floorboards stretched farther than the space inside the room should allow. The walls were lined with dusty picture frames, each one holding a photo of him. Not posed, not portraits, candids. Him brushing his teeth, sitting at the kitchen table, sleeping. Moments he never shared with anyone, moments he never even noticed were being watched. The further he walked, the more recent the photos became, until they started showing things that hadn't happened yet. In one, he was in the forest, blood on his shirt. In another, lying in a bed, not his own, eyes wide open, staring at something off camera. And the last one, Daniel standing in this hallway, looking into a mirror. He turned the corner. There it was, a tall, old mirror with an ornate frame. He stepped in front of it, but the reflection didn't match him. It stood still even as he breathed. Its eyes were black. And then, it smiled. Daniel woke up on his couch. His clothes were damp, his boots caked in dried mud. The last thing he remembered was the mirror. Now, sunlight was leaking through the blinds, and his phone said it was Tuesday. He had gone into the woods on Sunday. 2 full days. Gone. His phone buzzed. A new photo. He hadn't taken one. It showed the forest, the clearing where the room stood. Another came through, the room's open doorway. And another, Daniel standing just outside it, looking straight into the camera. But his eyes were shut. He tried to delete them. They came back instantly, in a new folder, named Watchers. That night, he locked every door and window. He barely slept. At 3:12 a.m., the sound of footsteps echoed from the kitchen. Slow, heavy, wet. He crept down the hall. Nothing, except a single muddy footprint in front of his bedroom door. Daniel couldn't shake the feeling that the room had followed him home. Every sound felt amplified. Every mirror seemed to lag. Desperate, he scoured local forums and archives until he found a decades-old article, The Room That Watches, a bizarre forest structure reported in 1979 by a pair of hikers, both of whom vanished days later. The sole survivor claimed the room knew your memories and your regrets. It showed you things only you should know. Daniel returned to the woods, heart racing. The room was waiting, but something had changed. Inside, there were now 2 beds, one neatly made, just like before. The other slept in. Crumpled blankets, warm sheets, a fresh photo on the pillow. It showed Daniel standing at the foot of the bed watching someone sleep. But it wasn't him holding the photo. It was something else. watching, waiting. Daniel tried to destroy the room. He poured gasoline on the floor, lit a match, and watched the flames lick the walls. But they vanished. Smoke curled upward, but nothing burned. No heat, no ash, just stillness. He ran, back home, locked every door, blocked every window. But when he opened his bedroom door, the ceiling was gone. Above him, stars, trees swaying, the forest sky. His room was now inside the clearing. The lamp on his nightstand flickered on. There was a photo, him sleeping, and behind him, a second figure, smiling. He turned around. A door had appeared in his bedroom wall, wooden, old, slightly open. From the other side, a voice whispered, "Ready for your bed, Daniel." The door creaked wider. Black screen. End.